Hello everyone, welcome back to a father and daughter conversation.
All right.
All right now, how you feeling today, Dynasty?
I'm feeling great. I'm looking good. Can't complain.
Okay, so I'm feeling a lot of hope up in here today, right?
Yes,
That's what I'm feeling.
yes,
So our topic today is how do you restore hope into your life and how we restore hope into our own lives.
Right.
Right, so that's something that I wanted to talk about because the last few conversations, we've been talking about a lot of things that's around trauma and things like that. So I said, man, let's bring the hope to the conversation.
Yeah.
Because we really need that when we're living in this world out here.
Yeah.
So one of the things I think about when it's restoring hope in my own life
Yeah.
is really just focus on what's going right. As people out here, we tend to focus on everything that goes wrong. And we could be doing things 90% consistently of doing things right?
Right.
But for some reason, when something go wrong, instead of looking at it as teaching moments, learning moments,
Yeah.
we get down, right? And it makes us feel like everything we've been putting in work doing
Yeah.
is all just coming to an end.
Right.
But really, it's about just making a good decision under pressure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
I mean, when I find myself in hopeless places, I believe that I'm one of those people that feel like I could be doing all these things right, but then that one thing go wrong, and it's like it does mess up my day, depending on the nature of the event or where it's coming from. So I think for me, when I finally get out of my emotional thoughts and I get out of my emotional reactions and I kind of like just calm down, I get more into like the better thinking of myself of saying, okay, let me just really look back and see all the things that did go well and like be in a space of gratitude. Because life is so short that sometimes we complain about things that other people don't have, that are not fortunate to have. Some people didn't wake up today. Some people don't have two legs. Some people not have the ability to hear or see.
Right.
So it's like when you see that small thing that become all things, it's like you really have to measure and assess the situation. And I think it really just goes to like shifting your mindset to thinking more positive. Because I noticed that one thing about life is like, I forgot what they were saying. I think it was like a Buddha like saying, but it was something about all of life is suffering.
Yeah.
All of life is suffering. So if that's what that means in that context, and it can be taken rhetorically, literally, so many different ways. But how I see that is like I have to find the small wins and the small things that bring beauty to life.
Yeah, and for me too, I like that. I like that. You be putting it down sometimes. I like that.
Yeah, sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
And then another thing with hope, like you have to find a level of peace in your life, right? And that level of peace come through applying that self-care.
Yeah.
Because we have so much hidden trauma up in us, right? When we don't do things to make us feel good.
Yeah.
Do things to make us put a smile on our face, right?
Yeah.
Do things that can make us vision more of what we want to do, what we want to be, things like that. Whether it's exercising, I like doing that. Whether it's exercising, whether it's going to a game or going to a park and take a walk around,
And sometimes I think too that you have to look, sometimes depending on the nature of the event, you have to get to a point where you actually kind of like look back and see how far you came in life.
That's true.
Because sometimes you might feel like, a lot of us feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be right now. Or I thought this was supposed to happen with my life. I thought I was supposed to be finished with school. I thought I was supposed to be married by now. I thought I was supposed to have kids by now. I thought I was supposed to graduate by now. I thought I was supposed to have more money by now. We all have these like ideas of what we expect our life to be like. So sometimes when I find myself in that mindset, because sometimes that brings hopelessness, is like thinking about where I think I should be. I try to make sure I look back and see where I came from, and I go and I'm like, oh wow, like I did a transformation. So it makes me smile and be like, okay, if I got through this, I can get through everything else.
Right, and then a lot of times when we talk about these topics, we don't just think about ourselves. We think about what the world is going through for people. Like I tell Dynasty all the time, we all respond to things differently.
Yeah.
Our styles of emotions that goes on inside of us, different experiences that we've been through.
Yeah.
And some of us never really even had real therapy.
Yeah.
Real therapy where they have somebody they can talk to and just put it all out there.
Right.
But I feel like, in order to continually to put that hope in your life, you have to carry that good attitude. And the way you have that good attitude is like love yourself to a point where you know that you're doing the best you can at the moment, at the time. But if you realize that you can do better, embrace that. Embrace that. You have to make things in your life consistent, where it's like all the things that you know you're good at, all the things that you know you do, you be consistent at it. And then the things that you want to add on to that to exist in your life, you just keep working hard at it.
Yeah.
That's where hope come from. Hope don't come from where you just sitting down and upset and playing a victim role, because life is going to continue to be life, and life is going to hit you with left and right sometime. But at the end of the day, like, I look at things where I go through a lot, but I also focus on what I'm doing right, because that keeps me hopeful, because I'm not going to be down just because stuff don't go right.
Yeah.
You know, so I really, really feel that way. But it's tough out there, and we understand that. And more than me, I just, you know, it's just, as I just sit here and think and talk to you guys right now, I see a lot of people go through some rough times. And it's hard to sometimes get back up, right? And that's what, you know, that's my lane right there, of just trying to just help people in any way that I can. And that's why we here. Like, that's what Mental Health in the Hood is for, because we understand that we grew up in so much trauma and seen so many traumatic things, like sometimes that we don't have nowhere to look for hope, you know?
Yeah, so we would love to hear from you, you know, and being able to kind of understand where you're at right now. How you feeling? Are you feeling a little hopeless at times? How do you deal with those things? And so please remember that the show or what we're doing can only stay active if you guys engage, if you guys like, subscribe, keep the movement going, share with people you may know, and please remember to tap in every Wednesday. Stay tuned.
Thank you. Mental Health in the Hood.